people may start to think that I am not a Ryan Reynolds fan. It's not true. I do enjoy his films, hence why I do a lot of his films on here, because I enjoy watching them. However, I've not been that kind about his films. Take a look at Detective Pikachu. Hell, I did Red Notice a few weeks ago. I wasn't that kind about those films. But this one is a little bit different. I did enjoy this film, and I did struggle to find things wrong. That being said, I still found 10 things wrong with this film. So let's have a chat and find out what they were. Free Guy is a 2021 American action comedy film directed and produced by Shawn Levy. It tells the story of Millie, a game programmer who believes that the massively popular game Free City is based on her stolen code. So she teams up with a non-playable character called Guy, played by Ryan Reynolds, to try and find out the truth. When the film was released, it did actually get generally positive reviews from critics who praised the concept of the film. But just because it's been praised so well does not mean there are things wrong. So join me as I discuss 10 things wrong with Free Guy. Number 10. The director said no. As I stated in the beginning of this video, the film was directed by Shawn Levy, who also produced the film. However, he actually originally said no to this film. This film's been around, or the script of this film's been around since 2016, and he was actually asked to do it. He took one look at the script and went, "Nah, you're right," and passed on this film. So how has it come he's come back to it? Well, Ryan Reynolds actually managed to get a copy of the script and took one look at it, loved it, and persuaded Shawn Levy to come back on board. So once again, we have a brilliant film that we wouldn't have if it wasn't for Ryan Reynolds. But can you imagine what this film would have been like if Shawn Levy had said yes back in 2016? We could have had this film before the pandemic. Number 9. Lil Rey Howery. While watching this film, Lil Rey Howery was actually confusing me because I could not tell whether I was watching him or Kevin Hart. Seriously, does anyone else not agree with me? But he is literally portraying Kevin Hart. If they ever did an autobiography film about Kevin Hart, this guy's perfect to play him. But because I knew it wasn't Kevin Hart, and this guy's playing or portraying this character like Kevin Hart, I found it very off-putting that, where's Kevin Hart? And he's not there. It's some other dude pretending to be Kevin Hart, pretending to be Buddy. It's confusing. Number 8, Magical Shopkeeper. So, towards the beginning of the film, there's a bit of a tour going around Free City, where Guy and Buddy are walking around doing their boring, mundane, everyday lives, and they come up to a shopkeeper who's thrown out of his shop, lands flat down, and then Guy goes down to pick him up and he's on his back. How did he flip over? He would have at least had to roll over first, but no, he was already on his back. Editing mistakes on that one. You can see how nitpicky I'm being this week, can't you? Number 7, Plugged In. So one of the main things of this film is Guy gets a pair of sunglasses, which miraculously turn into normal glasses, but that's a different matter, from a playable character. Now the camera does come up and show the 2 little girls who are controlling this character. By the way, I wasn't happy about their language, but unfortunately I'm well aware that kids that age would do things like that. But how were they controlling the character? Seriously, I'm being actually honest on that question. I'm not being sarky, because obviously she's got one hand on the keyboard and one hand on the mouse, like you play most video games on PCs. Here's the flaw. The mouse is not plugged in. Seriously, if you look at it, it's probably zooming in the Berry telly by now, but the actual USB is sat next to the laptop, which is an Apple Mac. Also, the fact that that Apple Mac has to have the micro USBs, not proper USB, so that mouse wouldn't actually fit in that laptop anyway. But yeah, not only did they not plug it in, they showed you it not plugged in. It would have been better if you just got a pair of scissors and just cut the cable off and make it look like a wireless mouse. You could have got away with that one. But no, you didn't do it. Number 6, Mirror Image. As Guy's going around Free City trying to level up, he keeps looking at himself in mirrors to check out his leveling score. Great! Except, why is it normal? Shouldn't it be reversed? especially as in 2 separate scenes. One, you can see his level above his head normally, then he looks into a mirror. It's normal. One of those images should be reversed. Game logics don't exactly exist properly in this game. Number 5, YouTube. I know I'm on YouTube, I know I'm a YouTuber, and I'm now complaining about YouTube. But why am I complaining about YouTube, not Twitch? Because they do show Twitch in this film. Because this problem didn't affect Twitch. Now, one thing on YouTube, on near enough every YouTube video, down in this bottom right-hand corner below the video is the date this video went live. Now, if you go back and look in this film, there's one clip saying that all the NPCs have disappeared, and that is in December. Next scene is another YouTuber complaining about the same problem in July. Huh? What the hell happens? Was this film set in December or was this film set in July? Come on, was it really that hard to do that one? Whoops. Number 3, missing date. Okay, I'm confusing you now, because wasn't I just talking about wrong dates and now I'm talking about missing dates? Yes, I am talking about a missing date. Now, this may have been down to game development, but to be perfectly honest, if I was doing something called 10 Things Wrong with Free City, I can guarantee I would have picked this up with the game, so I'm picking it up with the film. So, as Guy, after the system's rebooted, is sat in his apartment, he's staring at his wall where there's a big calendar, no month though, but it's a big calendar. It's got 30 days on there, but it doesn't. It only has 29. Even though you can see the number 1 and you can see the number 30, and on the Saturdays it does go 7, 14, 21, 28. So it's all looking great. Except the 4th is missing. Seriously, it goes 1, 2, 3, 5. What happened to the 4th of that month? Interesting question. Big flaw. Was it deliberate? Maybe, but it's wrong, so I'm putting it on my list. Number 3, streaming. So approaching the climax of the film, the whole thing's being streamed live on the internet. Great, I actually do buy that and I can actually understand that because streaming popular games is very popular. However, streaming popular games on terrestrial TV or on billboards, like in Times Square, nah, that would never happen. One of the biggest online games, World of Warcraft, has never been broadcast on big screen platforms like that. Yes, it does have a big following. Yes, especially in Korea, that esports is a massive thing. But showing it on terrestrial TV in the Western world, or even on billboards, no. I'm calling BS on that one. Number 2, recording conversations. So you get the impression that Millie is quite paranoid because her source code has been stolen. So much so she records everything. And I mean everything. Including conversations with her friend who's trying to help her. I don't like that. You do not record your video conversations with your friends unless you have a reason. I do video call my children and my mum a lot, but I never actually record them. Now, the only time I'm aware that I've been recorded on a video call was with John Joe. In the Berry Telly is his video. He actually rung me up saying, I'm recording this for a YouTube video, I have to ask you a load of questions. Basically, he was getting me and a load of other YouTubers to sing this song. There is a link in the description for the full video. It's very embarrassing, but quite funny. That's the only, but that is acceptable. He asked my permission to do it. Recording personal, private conversation, especially as this guy's declaring his love for you, is wrong. End of. Number 1, kissing button. So when Guy finally convinces Millie that he is somebody, he gets the urge to kiss her. So he does. And she said, there isn't a button for that. Okay, I buy that, because he's an NPC. He can do what he wants. She comes out of the game, talks to Keys, says he kissed my character. There isn't a button to kiss. Okay, I buy that. In Grand Theft Auto or any game, there isn't a button to say press K to kiss. Maybe there is. I haven't found a game that does it, but maybe there is. But generally, there isn't. So later on, to try and restore Guy's memories, she kisses him. How? There's no button to kiss! What the hell? Did you just miraculously come up with it? Did you hack into the source code of the game to add it? Because if you could, then you'll be able to find your code in the first place and this whole film would have been pointless. That was a big F up on that one. Final thoughts. So yes, you may have noticed I have been ultra nitpicky this week, but I've had to, because strangely enough, there isn't that much wrong with this film, and the things that are wrong can be put down to it's a film based in a game and these things are deliberate. For example, Buddy's badge throughout the film is gold, yet on the bridge it's silver. But that's because the servers have been shut down, so the colouring part of the program's probably disappeared. So I get that. So this was very difficult to nitpick. But that being said, it also doesn't help that this is absolutely a really good film. This is Ryan Reynolds at his absolute best. This is when Ryan Reynolds comes out to shine. When it's silly but good. It has a point and he has his Ryan Reynolds sarcasm. And in this film, it's worked perfectly to a T. Brilliant. This is what I wanted him to be like in Red Notice, but it didn't work there. Here, it worked brilliantly. It also does put an emphasis on video games. What would it be like if you did live in GTA? To be perfectly honest, I wouldn't want to live in GTA, but this film actually answers that question. Another thing this film is going to get praised for is Jodie Comer. Great casting, and the best thing about her is they didn't sexualize her. Yes, granted, she is an absolutely beautiful woman, but in the game, she didn't have her cleavage out, she didn't have like showing her legs off, they didn't sexualize her, which was great. And in the real world, I bought her as a gamer, sat there with scruffy clothes and a headset on, looking a mess. Great. That is believable, and I want to praise the film for doing that. It was great. Also, her performance was top-notch, and we all know that she's good at accents now, so switching between accents is good for her. And yeah, we can't actually put in Waititi. He's brilliant. I love him. Remember, he's Korg in Ragnarok, but you've got to love him. He's absolutely brilliant actor. I've seen him in a few films, as well as being a good director. But he didn't direct this, he just acted, and he was great. The music, as much as I found listening to Mariah Carey over and over and over again, it worked with the film. Hence why I didn't put it on this list, even though I was very tempted to. But because obviously you've only programmed him with one song, he only listens to that one song. It works. And having Chris Evans in the cameo, I was creased up laughing. I cannot say how much I actually enjoyed this film. And strangely enough, it deserves all the praise and credit it gets. Don't take this film seriously, take it as a video game film like you should do. Sit back, let it take you for a ride and enjoy it. Because that's what this film is all about. It was directed brilliantly, it looks beautiful, it looks silly. I love the fact they deliberately put glitches in, like someone teabagging or someone doing the run and jump to speed yourselves up. Everything was spot on. So what am I going to rank it? It's very close, but I can't do it. I can't give it the 10. I am only going to give it a 9 out of 10 berries. It's not quite at the 10, even though it's a brilliant film, it's not 10 caliber. But that being said, I did enjoy this film. I would seriously recommend anyone going to watch it. But that's my opinion. What did you think? Let me know in the comments below. On to next week. Well, next week is Valentine's Day. Actually, it's a day early, but we call it Valentine's Day. So I want to do something lovey-dovey. Now, at time of filming, I haven't got an idea. Put some suggestions in the comments below, or go over to my Facebook page at Berryman81, or even contact me on Twitter at Berryman81. Give me some suggestions of some lovey-dovey films, and I'll see which one I can pick for next Sunday. But other than that, I look forward to seeing you then. Take care. Oh, remember, don't have a good day. Have a great day. Bye-bye.